order that I got off my Etsy shop. A woman named Sashia ordered 2 customs, and we went back and forth, and she likes citrus and she likes floral. And the floral notes that she commented that she is drawn to are lilac and lavender and rose. And I don't have lilac, and I just have a feeling like the lavender that I do have may not, I just have a gut feeling that it's not going to be the right direction to go. So I already have an inkling of a plan, but I'm going to pull out my oils and see what else occurs to me. And we're going to do 2 separate, one citrus, one floral. So when I saw that Sashia liked lilac, I was drawn to the gardenia that's in my collection. That's the closest profile to lilac, but it can be a little bit like grandma's perfume. Like it's a very unique kind of floral. And so I'm gonna try blending it with rosewood, which does have some rose-like qualities to it, but it's also very woody and earthy. And so I'm hoping that the woodiness and earthiness of the rosewood is going to balance out the gardenia and create something really complex, but still floral. And so we'll give that just a few drops just in case I have to dump it, and we'll go from there. So that's pretty good. So I went 2-to-1 rosewood to the gardenia, and I'm still getting that like very sweet quality of the gardenia, but it is grounded by the rosewood, and this leaves me some room to play with some other accents. So we're gonna add a touch of vetiver for like an earthy quality. Oh my God, that's really delicious. So I added a drop of vetiver, and then I was inspired to add a drop of amber. And amber is a resinous but kind of a sweet essential oil, and it blends so good with the gardenia. It gives it a really nice kind of caramelized quality to it. It's almost like candy. It smells really good. So I know that I want a fixative, a base note that's also a fixative, to help anchor the overall formulation and to stabilize the volatility that essential oils have. And so I added some benzoin, which complements the amber really well. It has a similar sort of caramel vanilla profile. And now it's like there's this really sweet caramel vanilla base that the gardenia is riding on top of. And the rosewood sort of fills out the middle, the heart of the formula. It's really nice. So now I'm just going to play with levels and bring this up to enough volume to balance out the deodorant. I love this. Like it's, to me, it definitely feels feminine, but not like little girly and not like, you know, matronly grandma-y. It feels like a very earthy, like womanly sort of modern sophistication. It's so good. I love it. Like this is the kind of formulation that one day when I start working with perfume and perfumer's alcohol, I think this could be a really nice perfume. So now we're going to work on her citrus-oriented aroma, and you have to be careful with the citrus essential oils because most of them are phototoxic or photosensitive at least. And in terms of the deodorant, that means that there's the possibility of them discoloring the clothing. Like if you sweat and it gets onto your shirt and then the shirt is exposed to the sun, which it probably will be. So we're gonna be really careful. I've been working with Litsi cubeba for a while, which is a citrus plant that does not produce fruit, but the essential oil from the plant has a very lemony but sweet, like a lemon drop kind of aroma to it. In her order form, she noted sweet orange, which is on my list of available essential oils. So I'm gonna start with a base of Litsi cubeba, which I know is safe, and then I'm gonna add a drop of the sweet orange and just see what the effect is. and then jam off of that. But the idea is to get, at least a little bit of that sweet orange to come through, but without so much that it's going to affect her clothes. Oh, that's good. Okay, so I added 1 drop of sweet basil after I smelled the Cubeba sweet orange base. And the sweetness of the basil and the sweetness of the sweet orange, they match up really, really well. And that just lends it like a little bit more of a green, herbaceous quality. But it's like really minor. It doesn't take away from the citrus at all. So for the base note and for the fixative, I chose amyris, which is a woody quality, but it's a very like mild, warm quality. It matches up really well with the citrus without taking away from it. And then just for some backbone, I added some cypress, which is usually like a masculine, aroma. People assume it's a masculine aroma, but it's actually blending really, really well with the citrus and just giving it like something to stand on. That might be all it needs. Like, I feel like I'm sitting here looking for what it is missing to like round it out and make it more complex, but every time I smell it, I'm just like, that's really good. Man, there's some kind of spiciness to it that it's like tickling a memory, and it's not coming up, but like it's almost like I can remember that smell from somewhere. You know what it is? I know what I'm missing. I want to put patchouli in there. I'm not going to, because people can have really strong reactions to patchouli. A lot of people just really, really don't like it. And we didn't talk about it. So, in the future, I will ask people directly, like, how do you feel about patchouli? But for now, I'm not going to add it, but I feel better at least knowing what it is that like my intuition was like, I need something. That's really nice. It's very refreshing without being like cloying. Okay, so this turned out like a little bit more lemony than it did orangey, but I really wanted to play it on the safe side in terms of the photosensitivity. There are 4 drops of the sweet orange essential oil, which amounts to 0.3% by weight of the deodorant as a whole. So that should be like a very, very safe margin to protect the clothing. And I'll let her know to just, really keep an eye on it, spot check it. If there is any discoloration, get in touch with me and we can talk about cleaning solutions, and then I can either refund her or remake it for her, either way. All right, so I'm pretty happy with those 2. We're gonna go melt down the base, combine the essential oil, and throw the deodorants, and then we'll be ready to send them off probably tomorrow.